Good morning, Shaving Cadre. Barber Dave here. Welcome to Saturday morning. It's dark 30, getting ready to go to the shop. I thought I'd do a quick video. As most of you know, I made a pretty bold statement the last couple of days about ethos being the top of the heap now, where, as most of you know, Sapofincio Veracino has always been on the top. So I decided to do a shootout. And the shootout was between the Ethos Lime, the Ethos Success, my favorite of the SV line, the Sapofincio 70th, and then, of course, Panacrim and Awavia, which I'll do tomorrow, and then I'll do a summary on that. So, I want to address a couple of things that, over the time, I've heard, because obviously we as shavers have our own opinions on certain things. And I guess the biggest thing that people complain about with SV soaps is their lack of scent. Well, for those that are aficionados of Italian scents, they are very light, they're very subtle, but they're very rich. And so it's, you're going to get subtle hints of it throughout the day, even on the soaps. Whereas some of your other heavier scented stuff, and that's just a preference thing. But also understand one thing about SV is not an artisan. SV is a large commercial manufacturing operation. Now that's important because those of you that have tried the big commercial soaps, most of them aren't that good, but these are on another level. And another thing to remember about Sapofincio Veracino, I don't think anybody has better packaging, number one. Number two, this is a vegetal soap, so all the ingredients, for the most part, are naturally derived. So your scents, so that's why you get a little more subtleness in the scents, or the comparison that all the scents smell the same. I personally don't think so, but I guess it depends on how your olfactory is set up. Natural alcohols, natural scents, natural emollients, and it's probably one of the best for your skin. But all that being said, remember, this is a multi-international large corporation based in northern Italy. So they do this huge. In fact, what they're really known for is they're the largest producer of laundry detergent in Italy. They supply Rome, they supply all kinds of other things. So it's a huge company, but run as if they were artisans. Plus, they have a multi line going out the door: aftershaves, skincare, body soaps, hand soaps, you name it. So I check them out. Just look for the Sapofincio Veracino online store on Google, and it'll take you to it, and then you just have to switch it to English, or you can stay in Italian if you want. So check them out, and don't try something on a sample, because that's another hard thing. There's certain ways to do the soap that are important that you'll get most out of the flavoring, so to speak. So that's one thing. So when I decided to do the shootout, I thought it'd be fun, and they also do brushes, and they have hardware and software, and you name it. So check them out. They are fantastic people to work with, and it's a great soap. So we're going to go ahead and do the shootout today. Today, once again, we are using 70th. We're going to be using the SV Artisan 2.0 in Tortoise with a High Mountain Manchurian White Badger. The 70th anniversary aftershave, which probably going to have to get some new. And then, of course, a non-SV product, because they don't have 70th in a EDP yet. Marco, are you listening? We're going to be using Aqua de Parma. And then for the razor, since I'm going into the shop today, I need to be fairly quick. I'm going to use the 15 Aristocrat. So as far as lathering, SV, very simple. Doesn't need a lot of water. Usually a teaspoon to a tablespoon of water on the puck. Let that soak while you're in the shower, whatever you're doing. Soak the brush. And then when you're done, there's a couple of different ways you can do this. You can either pour that bloom water on your face and use it as a pre-shave. I actually pour it right into the brush, and that prevents, me having to add a lot of extra water. So I just take it and pour it in, and then go ahead and start loading on the puck. And usually with SV, to get a good proto lather started, 15 seconds maybe at the outside. So there's roughly 10 to 15 seconds, I think. I didn't exactly measure it. And that's probably all you're going to need. So I'll wet my face. And the fragrance of the 70th is probably the freshest, it's just unreal. It is subtle. I mean, I'll be the first one to admit that. It is very subtle. Now, SV does claim that if you float the right amount of water on top of the puck, that you don't necessarily have to add water. And that's true. You can get away with it. But as you can see, it builds real fast. And I do believe I've bowl lathered and face lathered. For me personally, I think that SV does better with face lathering, but that's purchase. So I'm just going to add a couple of drops of water, not too much. And just let it build. I probably could have loaded less. Yeah, that's all it took. So if you do decide to put it on your face as a pre-shave and help it build that way, you will have to add more water. Or in this case, I didn't need to do that. And as I said, this in comparison to Ethos, very similar properties, makes your face feel alive, feels good on the skin. Is it as soft as Ethos? No, and that's what I'm noticing right now. And now that's by no means when you're talking about an ultra elite soap, especially from an artisan compared to a commercial operation. That's surprising as well. The glide, cushion, and slickness are off the charts. So I hope everybody's having a good Saturday morning. We're very excited. I don't know if this video will post either later today or this evening, Saturday evening, but so by then you may already know. We've got some exciting news. Steve, you guys know him on the forum as Gray Dog, has decided to join our hobbyist program. Now, if you've been around the forums a while, you most certainly know about his brushes. Okay, so the residual slickness is about the same, although not quite as much as Ethos, but very, very close. But a tremendous first pass. And like I said, you can still get hints of the fragrance. And as I said, it's very light, very fresh, very citrusy, very Aqua de Parma-like. But those of you that even have Aqua de Parma know that it's not a very strong scent, but it's a scent that sticks around. So as I was saying, almost everybody who's been around any of the forums knows about Steve's brushes. They're just fantastic, and a lot of people want them. And traditionally, not exactly the easiest to get, but there's quite a number of people that have his brushes. So with him now being a hobbyist, he'll have his own thread in the hobbyist section, and he'll join our fine line of hobbyists that we already have. So please welcome Steve to our hobbyist. I think it's going to be huge for everybody, and we're extremely happy to have him on behalf of Chad, Chris, and myself. Okay, let's start pass number 2. And once again, these 3 soaps, or these 4 soaps, all make your skin feel tremendous. And also, going back to SV, any of you that really enjoy Italian soaps or Italian creams may not know this, because they're very subtle, is there's a chance, and I can't say specifics, because I don't know. But there are, I'm sure there are a number of Italian shave soaps, or even American or other countries' shave soaps that may, and even aftershaves maybe, I don't know, that may indeed be created by SV, because SV has a wonderful retailer program where they will actually custom design packaging, soaps, scents for your entire line. In fact, I'm working on something there as well. So great second pass, slickness, wonderful. So let's do the third pass. And this is just a quick review of the Shootout. I've done my review of almost all of the SV flavors, so to speak, in previous reviews. So even though I do think that SV may, at the end of this, may be dethroned for the top soap in the den, I do need to caveat that with the fact that we're talking minuscule differences, and it comes down to performance. As far as the scent of the 70th, and this goes across all the SV line. And if you ever go onto the SV forum or the SV Facebook page, you'll notice that I'm a very huge proponent of 70th. To me, it's always been my favorite. It always will be my favorite. So although Ethos is looking as if it's going to take the top spot as far as soap performance and post-shave, they are so incredibly close, it's unbelievable. But I have to give the nod to the scent to 70th. It's just an incredible scent. But again, I'm a bit biased, and no, it's not because I'm a brand ambassador for SV. I'm a bit biased on the scent because I enjoy the Italian flair for fragrancing, being light, being subtle, but also being very fresh. And the one thing that SV has, and once again, we're talking a vegetable soap made by a large manufacturer. The feeling of freshness on your face. Now, I will say that Ethos is the only one that has come even close to matching the post-shave feel that the skin food does. A little bit of cleanup. Tremendous. And like I said, the post-shave slickness is off the chart. It does rinse a little faster and a little quicker. And so that's why pretty much the performance nod, as of today, I would still give to Ethos. The fragrance, however, I have to give to SV, but once again, they're different fragrances. I mean, if SV was to come out with an Italian citrus type of scent, then it might be different. But the post-shave feel is wonderful. Your face feels hydrated and everything else. Now, getting on to the aftershave. SV's product, now I understand the new 70th, because this I've had for a long time. The new 70th is clear. This one is cloudy. I got this way back when they first started the 70th. But the packaging is just incredible. And that's another comparison between Ethos and SV that's good, is the packaging is tremendous. I do like the packaging on the soap better on the SV products. There's a classiness to that aluminum tin, but they're getting away from that. This is almost between an aftershave milk and a balm, but you don't need much. 2 or 3 drops, I don't know if you can see that, is all you need, because it spreads very, very quickly. Once again, all natural based alcohols. It feels very similar to the ethos when going on. The one difference here is your face is a little bit more moisturized. It doesn't absorb quite as fast as the ethos. However, that comes with a price. In hotter climates, I found that if you put a little bit too much of the SV product on, you will get some cloying and some oiliness afterwards. So we'll finish it up with a little bit of talc. And that's the only thing I wish that SV would do, is make a talc to go along with their scents. And they are working on some new stuff as well. But the face feel is wonderful. It's a little bit tackier than the ethos. So they pretty much run neck and neck, but I'd have to give the final face feel, once again, other than fragrance, to the ethos so far in the Shootout. Now, in the Panacrema line, which I'll be doing tomorrow, all they have is the soap. So we'll see what happens there. And then we'll do a couple of Vasilis of the Colonia Intensa of ADP. And that's it. So that's kind of a quick and dirty shave with the SV and the continued Shootout. Tomorrow will be the Panacrema Nuavia. Appreciate you watching. Once again, Grey Dog, welcome to the hobbyist section. And I hope everybody at the TSC, all your members, as we thank you each and every day, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And we'll see you later.